friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Amanda, otherwise known as Everything Beauty 2856 on here and Instagram. Today's video is going to be cream contouring 101, and I'm going to use all affordable drugstore products. So these are products you can pick up at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, any drugstore around you that you can find them. Nothing that I used in here is also over $10, so that's amazing news. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how to get a more chiseled look, something that's gonna last you all day long for any special event or just any occasion that you wanna look perfect at. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to let me know afterwards, and let's get started. All right, friends, we're back. So like we said in the intro, we're gonna be doing some cream contouring 101. I know this video's been done a lot, but I've really gotten into cream contouring over the last month. I'm normally a powder girl, but I just want to try something a little bit different. So I already have my base set. That's kind of why I look ghostly. Just a little rundown of the products I use so far. So when you're doing cream contouring, the last thing you want is your skin or the products that have just no slide to them. Like when they're only gripping and they're like a little dry to the skin, that's a no-go. Like you want to be as moisturized and as prepped as possible. So for moisturizer today, I use the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Prime and Nude Glow. This primer is super good, smells really good, and it just gives you a nice little luminosity to the skin, one of my favorites. And then I went in with the Shea Moisture Instant Rebound Moisturizer with Black Currant and Barrage Oils. This is for stressed skin. I want to hesitate to say that this is greasy, but it just gives a lot of slip to the skin. So I like using it before I do my makeup because it just makes everything just glide on super easy. And then for foundation today, I used, this kind of doesn't make sense, but it will in a second. I used a mix of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and the Dewy and Smooth. In the Matte and Poreless, I have 120, and in the Dewy and Smooth, I have 115. The reason I mix these two is just for a color match, honestly. And I find the matte and Poreless to be a little more matte than I typically like, so I mix it with the Dewy and Smooth. So a little rundown of the beat so far. Just put everything in with my Real Technique sponge. So let's get it popping. So for today's sculpting, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Porcelain for highlighting. And then I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Medium Bisque to do my contouring and sculpting. I wanted to give a couple other little options. Another really great contour stick from the drugstore, which I was super surprised about, was the Wetn'Wild contour stick I have in Call Me Maple. It's a really nice bronzer shade. It might look like really orange on camera, but I promise it's not that bad. I love this one. This honestly, actually, this really ties to my favorite. I really love that one. Or if you have a little bit of coin to spend, another one is the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I just have the little trial travel size of it. Just this little guy. This is so good. The formula is so good, but truly, I think it's comparable to the Wet n Wild in terms of formula and in terms of performance. Not so much in terms of color, but another really good one. So let's just get started. I want to do my concealer first. So you've seen the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It comes with this little brush tip. Just gonna get that going. And so we're gonna start by putting it under our eyes. And as you can tell, this is obviously a light enough shade so I can highlight and conceal with her. So we're just gonna do a couple triangles under the eyes. A lot of this probably isn't revolutionary, but I know when I started to cream contour, I just didn't really know where to start and what steps to do everything in. So, you know, why not try it out? So then I'm going to go on my chin, above my mouth, just a little bit on the nose. Don't get too crazy. You just want a light little line, and then we're going to do some on the forehead. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you're just going for a very natural beat, it doesn't really make sense to me to cream contour, because I will not lie, you are about to use a lot of product. A cream contouring day is a day you need your makeup to stay all day, because then we set this with the powder that matches the shades that we're using. So this might be a day that it's a wedding, graduation, just like a big day for me if I had like a recital or something, or like a big concert, or I was going to an audition, like something that you want to look really nice and chiseled for, but not necessarily over the top, but something that like you would use a lot of product for, that you would want to stay, like you don't want to look crazy throughout the day at all. So now I'm going in with my LA Girl contouring shade in medium Bisque. I love this color. Just gonna get her started. So then obviously we're gonna start with doing the cheekbones, but if you can tell, the hollow of my cheekbone is about right here. So I do it a little bit above that, because the worst thing you want to do, you would rather have product above this line, the natural line in your cheek, because if you put it below, it's just going to pull your face down and basically do the reverse of what we're trying to do. So you'll see me go a little bit higher than where my cheek is, or the hollow of my cheek is. So see that? It looks a little crazy now, but I promise you it'll make sense. Ooh, love getting it in my hair. So then we'll do the other side. Again, a little bit above. See that? Perfect. And then you want to go, I don't have a super big forehead. It's a typical forehead. But hey, if you got a 5 head, a 6 head, or you just want to bring some shadows to your forehead, we're just going to go around and just do little strokes. You've probably seen this on Instagram and stuff like that. Just do little itty bitty strokes. Because if you think about it, your face comes in the hollow of your cheeks and then at your temples. So you want to just complete that round look. So other places that you can contour that I've really been enjoying is a little bit under the chin. So just like that, just a little bit, because it's going to create a shadow. So just like that. This isn't flattering, but this is how it should look underneath. And then a little bit, which a lot of people forget, underneath the bottom lip. Because once you blend it out, it's going to make your bottom lip look poutier, you know? Did she get injections? We don't know. So, just going to put that on. And I'm also going to prep my loose powder right away so I can bake it under the eyes. Not even bake, just set under the eyes. And that's something too, you'll notice that I didn't put any powders on yet. Because if you do like your foundation and then you set with a powder, creams and powders don't mix. So like you putting a cream on top of a powder, like that's gonna look patchy. That's gonna remove some of the foundation you have underneath. Like it's just not a good idea. So what you wanna do is you wanna do all your creams together and then you powder. Like your powder should be your last steps. If you crease super fast or you're worried about your under eyes, you could always do that, but make sure just to set the under eyes, don't touch the rest of the face. So she looks a little crazy, but this is how you should look. All right, so we're back and it's time for the blend. So again, what you want to do is you want to get it so your face is, as I like to say, juicy as possible. So blending everything out is going to be easy. What I would use for this on a typical day is, you've heard me talk about it a couple times now, the MAC Prep and Prime Essential Oil Stick. I love this one. I just put a little on my hand and then just buff that out. But for the sake of today's video, the purpose of today's video, obviously I want to do this drugstore and cheap products. So I'm just going to spray my face with the Pacifica Crystal Powder Hydro Mist. This is a glowy mist, so I'm going to spray that all over. And then as my face looks more wet, as you can tell, I'm going to start buffing that in. I'm going to do the contour first, because even if it's too harsh, the light will help buff that out. So I'm going to start at the cheekbones. So look at so far, like, it looks really intense, but honestly, look at that. Like, it gives you such, like, this side looking chiseled compared to this side. Like, thank you. So I'm just going to keep on buffing. And again, it's going to look really intense, especially when you're doing the contour and the darker color right away. But it's going to help once we blend out the lighter shade. That's why I do this one first. So have no fear. It's all about the process. So forehead looking pretty good. I love that shade. And the nice thing about LA Girl too is they're so cheap. Like, those are under $4 for the highlighting contours that I used. Well, technically, like, this is a highlighter shade, obviously, for other skin tones. And they have a pretty decent shade range. So please, like, go to LA Girl's website or go to like CVS, Walgreens, like any drugstore that carries it. And a lot of times you'll even get like buy one, get one 50% off deals and crazy stuff like that. So like, these are so cheap, so affordable. And you know that I like the LA Girl, the hydrating foundation and the illuminating foundation, they call it, and the Pro Matte foundation. So good. Like, you cannot go wrong with their complexion products. Like, I promise you, I love them. They also have a really good brow product. Enough about that. So I'm gonna bounce underneath my chin. This is the part that's kind of the hardest because it's like, what? But, ooh. She's looking sculpted. So you can tell, like, that brings such a nice shape to the face. And then, so we still have to blend out this, but I'm gonna blend out the highlight shade down here first. So just try to use a part of the blush or sponge, excuse me, that we haven't used yet. And then we're gonna go in and do the under the lip. And I like to buff out the under eyes last, just so then I can set it with powder. And even if powder falls, it's not gonna like make anything crazy. So I'm gonna go to the forehead. And again, because these are two products of the same brand, they blend into each other so well. And I mean, obviously you would hope for that, but they blend so well. So now that we have the two colors blended out on the forehead, we're just gonna go all over and just mesh that together. And then we're gonna go down the nose. See? Okay. Looking pretty snatched. So then we're gonna blend out our concealer, last but not least. And again, because I crease so quick, I'm gonna set with powder. And again, when you're setting, go from outside in, so you're pushing the product into the skin. And then go with the other side that you didn't have the powder and blend to the other eye. And then again, set from outside in. And then now that our contouring and everything is done, now I'm going to take that loose powder and just set where I put the light shade. So that would be on the chin. This is going to make this stay in place all day. Above the top lip. I'm going to pinch my sponge and just do down the nose. And then the top of the forehead. So far this is what we have. Like it, I'm going to blend this out a little bit more. It was hard to see. But yeah, so you can tell, especially the cheekbones, like it just helps everything. And you could totally leave it here and just throw on a little bit of a brow, some mascara, and maybe like a nude gloss and just be like, no, this is just my skin. Like, I'm barely wearing any makeup because no one needs to know. But I know that we can look a little bit more chiseled, so that's what she's gonna do. So now I'm going to take my NYC Smooth Skin Sunny Bronzer, again, hitting major pan. And I'm going to take my big ol' fan brush that I love to use for contouring. Shout out to my girl Callie for giving this to me years ago. So I'm just gonna go in there, and I'm just gonna sculpt out. So this is basically how we set the under eyes with loose powder. Now we're setting our contour shade with like its own setting powder, essentially. So just gonna sharpen her up. Again, this is for makeup days that you need to look beat. You need to look unclockable, like no questions asked. She knows how to do her makeup. Or you're going out, you know you're gonna be out until like 2, 3 in the morning. No matter what happens, your makeup's gonna be on point. There we are. Ooh, she's coming alive. Again, I'm heavy-handed with bronzer. If you don't like it, then don't do it. But I like it. And then we're gonna go a little bit, again, underneath the chin. Because she wants to look chiseled and carved. Contouring is truly my favorite part of makeup, I think. I say that about every part, but maybe it's just because I love makeup. So, this is what we have so far. Ooh, she's not looking too bad. Again, you have the definition you want. Just a little contouring. So while we're here, I'm just gonna finish up my complexion products, just because I think that plays into it too. So I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blushes, the Wet n Wild Apricot-in-the-middle. And I'm taking an e.l.f. powder brush. And again, we've talked about this with blush before, but this adds to the definition of the face. So instead of taking it, especially if you have either a round, an oval, or a heart-shaped face, if you take it right on the apples of your cheeks, like we've historically been told by everyone, it's gonna make your face look a little bit rounder. And some people like that. Some people like the round, like very like young and cute look, but I want it to pull the face back. So what I do is I put the majority of my blush right back here. So right above where that contour was, I just blend her in. Do a little bit on the other side, and you'll be able to see better on this side. Just pouncing that in. You could use any blush, but again, this is drugstore. I want to use some like good drugstore products because it's possible to look snatched on a budget. So you can see it a little bit, and this also has a really nice glow to it. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit, and that's when I'm gonna bring it out here, just so we have a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of blush on the nose. Makes you look cute and approachable. So there's that. And then our last step is of course gonna be our highlighter. So we're gonna spray our face one more time, and I'm gonna go with that same Pacifica Mist because she likes to glow. Ooh, that smells so good. What do I want to use today for highlight? Let's go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. Again, you know I love this one. Another great affordable drugstore or blush. I always say blush. Highlight. Also, don't worry. I understand my neck looks a little bit not my color, but she'll blend after this video. Don't worry. So then we're going to go in and we're going to hit with some highlight. I'm also going to look at my mirror. I'll make sure not to block the camera though. So we're highlighting, going above the brow. a little bit above this brow. And then you want to set, a lot of people don't like setting or putting highlight on the chin, which is totally cool. I like doing it though. So I'm going to put a little bit on the chin. A little bit above my top lip. I'm going to go in with a finger because you don't want it to get too crazy on your nose, but just a little bit on the bridge of the nose. Perfect. And then again, so with blush, you don't want that color out here. What I do with the highlighter though, is I bring it in a little bit further, like down here, because it just makes your cheeks look so juicy, and it just brings light to that part of the face, because you want light in the center of your face, and you want the shadow on the outside of the face. So going in with that. And then again, we're going to set it one more time, but this time, because we want our makeup to stay in place, we're going to go in with the Milani Make It Last. This is a 16-hour wear setting spray, because again, we're pretending this is a big event. Don't be shy. Woo! So, that is what our cream contour and setting looks. I think it looks pretty snatched. Let me know what you think. So I'm just going to pop on some lashes, a little bit of eye makeup, a lip, and then I will show you the finished product. We're back, friends. So this is our final product. So I think she turned out nice. She's looking pretty chiseled, you know. So this is makeup that's gonna last you all day long for any special event, whether it's going out to a club, playing in a concert, going to a work interview, like something that you need your makeup to stay all day and to look perfect all day. So I hope you like this video. This is cream contouring 101. Let me know other videos you'd like to see, especially beginner videos or drugstore videos. I would love to do more of those. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Comment down below what you want to see next. Let's talk some makeup. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, you might as well follow me at Everything Beauty 2856 on Instagram as well. I post there 2 to 3 times a day. So yeah, let's get it poppin'. I'll have a new video coming up next Wednesday. Again, my schedule is Wednesdays and Saturdays, so come back and visit me. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.